What's up, everybody? Back again here at the Anything But Commons offices in Ledgewood, New Jersey. Clearly, we've got a case of Dawn of Majesty that we just brought in. Hearing great things about this set. Not gonna lie to you guys, we might have already opened a case worth of it. We got
two or three.
We got to do a litmus test before we go on camera and tell you guys exactly what you're gonna look at, because we want you to know exactly what you're dealing with. And we might have hit a shooting star dragon, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. We'll talk about that later. With no further ado, we're gonna take you through a box of Dawn of Majesty, kind of give you guys an idea of what the support's looking like through the deck, through the set, pardon me, as well as show you some of the new monsters that have come out, the new illustrations. This is an absolutely dynamic set in terms of the first editions. We've talked a little bit about what that means to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! Moving forward, particularly in terms of valuations on some of these new monsters, etc. And little quick fact to start us off, there is only one reprint in this set. There is only one reprint in this. I'm gonna say it one more time. There is only one reprint in this set, and guess what? It is the biggest chase card. So if you hit the reprint, you're actually ecstatic. Without any further ado, David, you gonna lead us off?
Yeah. You know, I already set aside this box here. I'm hoping I pull another nice card, just like we did with the Obelisk last in the King's Court unboxing. You know, there's a lot of pressure to keep up with it.
David's being humble. He's not going to tell you who hit the secret Starlight Collector's rare already in our previous case. He's not going to do that because Dave's a real humble kind of guy.
At least on camera.
At least on camera, he's a real humble kind of guy. Off camera, he's a downright savage.
I mean,
but we are really high on this product, everybody. You know, there's a reason why this is our second, third, fourth, we're not going to tell you how many cases through. And we just made another order for more cases because we really love how this stuff's breaking. It's very, very clean. For one thing, the illustrations are absolutely fantastic, really beautiful stuff. And again, because they're all first edition, you're seeing a lot of really nice new rare art, and not to mention the fact TCG Player has the valuations on a lot of these cards pretty darn high right now. So
I mean, just that's was it Scarlight Stardust Dragon, Starlight Rare. That card by itself is just.
And that's actually dropped in the week and a half or so since release. 2 weeks now we're about up to since release, and it's still almost a $600 card.
I think it's 2 weeks to the day, actually.
Yeah. So there's a lot of value coming out of this product, guys, and I can't wait to rip some more of it. So here we go.
I will say, I mean, the one thing that I've mentioned quality control problems with Konami before, the one thing that I noticed that I don't know why they're doing it is the box. The last one was perforated, the little tabs on the side.
Right.
But this one is not. And I just think it makes it harder to pull the packs out. That's
totally.
Just me, though.
No, I see it. I absolutely see it. I noticed it as well. My bottom line is, if you want to slip in a few secret rares into that box that has no perforations, I'll live. Alien, Starbuster, Monster,
Started
Assortment.
with a nice little super rare stall turn trap card. I'll say this: the arts on these cards are they're getting more creative with them now. Like, this is very like kawaii Japanese style art now. I mean, just look at it. It's like, it almost looks like an emoji.
You're gonna see even more of those guys, stuff like that, different kind of arts, definitely incorporating a little bit more pop culture into these artwork. Can I say that? And
I think so. I mean, even aside from just that, like, just some of the stuff they're doing, like they're doing like sushi cards now, the Gunkin sushi cards. This is literally, if you read the text, it's a sushi review.
It's a sushi review.
It's a sushi review, and they have effect cards for this, so I'm guessing they're gonna you can make a deck at some point. I don't know if there's enough cards for this to make a deck yet, but.
And there's literally, I've noticed 3 or 4 cards like that.
Of these.
Yeah, one legitimately looks like a roll. That one looks a little bit more like a deconstructed roll.
Because I don't know, it's like they're warships almost, but they're sushi. I'm kind of getting a vibe from that.
I'm either gonna eat it or I'm gonna sink in it, but either way, it's not gonna float. Just saying. Just saying. You might have to try harder on your shipbuilding, Konami. Just saying. Bee Trooper Armor Horn. Really dynamic illustration there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
A lot of super rares in this. It's a thespian comedy. Nice little, I don't know what it is. Looks like a floating salt.
kind of, but those almost look like robes going across the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I got like a weird Egypt vibe from it.
It's a weird Egypt vibe. I could see it.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh is like in the first show, it's all about Egypt and whatnot. So maybe this is like kind of like a throwback. I don't know.
Could be a little throwback.
I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a new card anyway.
I like
but
that
like,
call.
I don't know. One thing that's always kind of bothered me is what cards they choose to make into like super rares or ultra rares.
Sure.
Like, I would prefer that as a super rare. So, don't know how to.
I think it would be gorgeous. I mean, look at all the color in it.
I mean, that as an ultra rare, a ghost rare, that'd be amazing.
Heaven forbid they turned it into a starlight and actually put a little extra refraction on it.
Ridiculous.
Konami, when you make that card next, you can give us a huge shout out.
Please.
We'd appreciate it very much. It was Texas Okami's idea. Okay. That's David. Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
we got a little something shining through on that pack, boys. You know the set? Is that Synchro, David? That's Ready Fusion.
Oh, would you look at that?
That's Ready Fusion.
I got a Synchro.
And you take the Synchro at the same time. I mean,
look at that. That one's beautiful though.
I love this card.
And I think this is. I forget what the name of this monster is, but it's from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. That's one of the research. The main protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D. These cards in one of the later episodes. It's mostly a lot of Synchron. So mostly a lot of Synchro cards will have a Synchron tuner monster in it.
Ready Fusion, guys. Really pretty.
I love these secret rares.
You know, coming from the world of sports cards, that was where I really got my start, guys. When I see something like this, obviously
That
you
one,
can tell
Ready
I'm
Fusion's
$26
$26 on PCP.
I couldn't remember which one of these.
I'm pretty sure it was Ready. I don't think Synchro Overcharge was that much.
Yeah.
No, Synchro Overcharge is 13, so they did pretty well. They were pretty nice.
Same box, right? One after the other. Taking notes, everybody. This product really, it rips nicely. It really does.
I'm just glad, you know, I mean, I don't want to name names, but there's definitely people out there that just manhandle the hell out of these packs, and then next thing you know, they rip a nice card.
Can I name names?
If you want to.
Nah, I'm not gonna name names. Daigusto Lampiglica. I'm sorry, I butchered that so bad.
I mean, some of these I can't even.
At least I tried, but the bottom line is very pretty.
Daigusto what?
Daigusto
Lampiglica. I don't know. Daigusto.
She's riding a dove. A really awesome psychedelic dove. You can only special summon this guy once per turn. If the card is synchro, you can you can special summon Gusto monster from your hand and one Gusto monster from your deck, but negate their effects. Then immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon one Gusto synchro monster using only those two monsters. My head's spinning.
There's a lot of Gusto cards in here, so basically you can make. I don't know if you can make a full Gusto deck out of the cards in this, but you could probably at least do a deck core. There's a lot of support for it in here. A lot of spell cards, monster cards,
at least
synchro cards.
At least. So that would be one of the monsters in my Gusto deck.
Yeah, look, this is the Gunkin ship I was telling you about. It's like a.
Would you look at that thing?
It's like a not like a navy base, but like where the boats go out.
Sure,
the harbor.
Sure,
there
port.
You go. Yeah,
sure,
port.
Sure. And that's rice.
That's rice.
That's rice.
There's like some type of roll there. The little, you know, you order the sushi boat.
Sure.
That's
typically I order two sushi boats.
One of the cards is actually the full sushi boat. I think that's like an. I think that's either an Xyz or a Link monster.
That's wild. There's my Gunkin sushi.
Yeah.
Gunkin Sushi
Shipyard.
Seaside, not super spot, supper spot.
Suppers?
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's funny. I like that.
Supper spot. Brilliant.
They're having a lot of fun with these cards.
Brilliant.
That's what I like. That's what I
love
like.
it. Majestic Mirage right after. Really, it's amazing. These hollows are so nice.
Yeah, I pulled another high ritual art.
Love that card. Love that card. I want to say that's like $4 on TC.
Just about. It's not that much, but I mean, I know rituals are coming back now. They're doing a lot of ritual support, so. I mean, I haven't analyzed this thoroughly enough yet, but I'm sure, kind of just looking at it, it's something you might want to consider.
You can see the direction they're headed. Right. I tell you, for $4, I'll buy that all day if that's the way the meta's going. Just saying.
I mean, even just for casual play, you know. I mean, I know half my deck's banned anyway, but that's because I don't play competitive anymore.
It's
getting expensive.
These are still very reasonable, though, to that point. I'll say that. I want to say Dawn of Majesty, singularly per box on eBay, is coming in like between 60 to 70, depending if they're shipping or not, etc. You know, where Far Cry's from 400 a box, right? And there's plenty of that stuff hanging out there right now.
What people have to keep in mind too is that like some people will see this as 60, 70 is expensive for this, but when you look at it retail, you buy these as packs from Walmart, you buy these as packs from Target. You don't buy the box. I mean, you can, but you'd have to grab the whole thing.
Right.
Whereas if you want it sealed, 60 to 70 is just about.
Yeah, and if you break that down further, I mean, blister packs at Walmart or Target, you're talking $4 a pack plus tax, 4 times 24.
You're paying over retail.
You're paying way over retail. Just saying, this is still a very reasonable price point, and go look at the checklist. It's fantastic.
It's a hell of a checklist.
It's a hell of a checklist. It really is.
Especially considering that, you know, I think it's October they're coming out with a new tin. So the tins usually average between $30 to $40, and you can get the checklist then. You're guaranteed one card usually for the tin, and then either they're packs or they're like the legendary deck collections where it's predetermined decks, so you have the whole checklist. But this isn't the same thing, right? So like there's a whole card list, but each box is randomized essentially. Whereas with a tin, it's the value's less because each tin's guaranteed whatever the card list is. Pendulum Treasure. And help myself and needed a water break. You know, I was concerned when it stopped, because I didn't know this until I think it was King's Court or Phantom Rage. Original Yu-Gi-Oh cards down here would say Kazuki Takahashi. Now it says Studio Dice, Shueisha TV. So I guess, I don't know the full story. I guess either they got acquired, the licensing changed, whatever, right? I was concerned that the quality would go down and just they would get lazy with the art. But I mean, I've had my issues with quality control. I don't think that's necessarily their fault. I mean, everybody from Panini to Topps to Konami's having quality control issues.
Absolutely.
Pandemic, what are you gonna do, right?
Right.
But like, they've only made the art better. You know, they're getting really creative with it. I mean, just look at this, the Albion the Shrouded Dragon. That's
I was
a
hoping
beautiful
you would
card.
bring that card up.
It's a beautiful card,
so nice.
you know.
I think it's so nice.
That's if there's one thing I would ask for in regards to cards for like new licensing deals, etc. Just make them exciting and fun to look at.
Amen.
That's what you want, you know. I mean, everybody has a personal collection to some degree, but what do you do with your personal collection? You look at a card, you put it away for 6 months. You don't really look at it that often, but if you make it exciting to look at, you're gonna want to bust it out all the time.
Right. And again, if we go back to what we first started talking about with this set specifically, we talked about, of that checklist, there is one reprint. So as far as we're concerned, if you haven't heard our vote of confidence by now, everything that Dave's talking about in terms of the modern collector and the modern player moving forward, this is what he's looking for. So this hit the mark for him. Would you say 100%? Is there
100%.
anything in here that you've been dissatisfied with, whether it be deck building or anything?
The only thing I can complain about, and it's me being nitpicky, is quality control. That's just across the board with any product,
And
whether
relatively,
it's basketball,
I'm
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
I'm genuinely impressed. Relatively,
honestly, I mean,
really am.
listen, I can get over the borders being off a little bit.
Sure.
You know, if it's a card that I'm going to play with or a card that I'm going to hold on to, it doesn't. I don't really care about that.
Absolutely. I get it. Thespian comedy.
I found another Gusto card. Gusto Vidia.
God. Gusto on the side. Did you show a Gunkin yet?
No, I showed the other one, the normal one. This is the effect monster one. If you control Gunkin's Suship Shari, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Gunkin Suship Ikura once per turn this way. During your main phase, you can excavate the top 3 cards from your deck, and if you do, you can either add to your hand or special summon 1 excavated Gunkin Suship Shari. Also shuffle the rest into your deck. You can only use this effect once per turn. So they're clearly going with sushi decks. I'm gonna call it now. Whoever wins the World Championships, I'm not gonna say this year, I'm gonna go with next year, is gonna use a sushi deck to some degree.
Really?
I'm gonna call it. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but hey.
That's heavy duty,
I'm putting some
That's
faith
heavy
in this.
duty.
It's just something so ridiculous.
I'm just waiting for like a caviar collector's rare to come out.
Yes,
in the
ghost rare.
Yeah,
Gunkin Sushi Ghost card. I don't know.
All of a sudden you have, Rage of Ra sitting there with his chopsticks. That would be pretty wild. That would be pretty wild. I don't know how they do it, but I think Konami could pull it off.
A nice Magic-y mech mortar.
As I pull my Magic-y mech musket.
For those of you that are into Magic-y, this is probably the set you want to get. There's a lot of Magic-y support in here.
Absolutely.
Magic-y's only going up from what I've been seeing.
Magic-y Beast came out a few cards ago.
Then you got rituals, you got fusions. I think there's even link monsters in here, spell cards, trap cards. There's
support.
There's a lot of support for Magic-y, Stardust, Gunkin Sushi.
Clearly. It's got it, man. It's got it. There's plenty of possibilities any which way you want to go, really. And if you're a guy or young lady who likes to rip a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, there's a lot of directions you can go with the volume that you take out. Branded opening. I like the claw coming through. That's pretty. That's pretty dope.
They're getting great with these. I mean, well, this is one of my favorite cards that I've seen out of this, the Darkest Dragon Doom Rider. It's just cool.
It is. It's hot.
Is what it comes down to.
There's a lot going on.
I don't even care what the effect. There it is.
It doesn't match my Gunkin.
The Gunkin. See, that should have been a Starlight Rare.
I agree.
Just for the joke.
I know it's a ship, and it would probably have been the cheapest Starlight Rare in the set. But
hey, you don't know that. You can't say that for sure.
It's true. Maybe the next set they're gonna keep pushing it like you're calling, Dave. Could be.
Who knows?
Could be. Dave's on his last pack. For once, he's ahead of me. Come on, Dave.
I'm always ahead of you.
Last pack mojo, baby. Last pack mojo. Let's see it. Trickstar Festival action.
Got a nice ultra rare. Gizmek Taniguku, the Immobile Intellect. He's basically just a sitting frog. He's chilling. He's hanging out.
He's chilling. And this is what I was talking about with, I feel like, a lot more pop culture cards starting to kind of enter the fray. There's this, there's Lucky, there's there's a
twins or whatever.
Yep, there's a bunch of different cards in this set. Like, you can always see the agenda, right? You can always see what kind of direction they're trying to push the meta and push sets going forward. Dave identified one, obviously, with the sushi boat. This is another direction I think they're going in. It just makes sense. Last pack. David, you gotta do it, Dave. You gotta do it.
No pressure.
Dave, you gotta do it.
If I don't pull out of this, are we opening another one?
We might.
Okay, so
we'll see what happens.
A little bit less pressure.
A little bit less pressure, but still a lot of pressure.
All right, we got Dragonlark Perrin.
We already hit 2 secrets, so it's not coming.
Flying. Hey, never say never. Quality control problems.
I'm
Jake.
the real
quality control problems. All right, we got a nice, pretty,
nice card.
Ultra rare, Grand Sulfachord Musicia.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
And it's a nice link monster.
More than happy to see you pull that one out of the pack, Bubba.
Very nice.
Yeah, dig it. Totally dig it.
And we got the rest.
You want to give everybody a quick recap on the foils?
So obviously, pulled a beautiful Ready Fusion, a beautiful Synchro Overtake, 2 secret rare cards. Very nice. Very nice.
Just for the record, too, that seems to be what we're averaging. It's about two to three secret rares per box, and we've had a couple hot boxes where we hit some of the higher end ones, but for the most part, I don't want to guarantee anybody anything. But
from what we've noticed,
I would feel comfortable saying
about half a dozen boxes we've opened up to this point, average at least 2 secret rares.
Half a dozen boxes today, you mean?
I don't want to say that out loud.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So that's our box of Dawn of Majesty, guys. The 2 secrets definitely took the cake for us, but as you saw, there's Magic-Ys. There's all sorts of new hollows coming into the fold. We're gonna keep on ripping it. Granted, we might leave a case on the shelves just because we definitely believe in this product. But in the long run, I don't see that many dead cards in here. I don't see that many cards that you can't do anything with. So it's not like you're ripping these boxes and just throwing it into the closet and forgetting about it. There's plenty of value here. So for what it's worth, from Anything But Commons, rip away, man. Have a lot of fun playing with cardboard, because this stuff, in our opinion, is about as good as it gets for modern Yu-Gi-Oh! New releases in the last 2 years, anyway.
There's a lot of value in here, especially, there was a lot of value in Phantom Rage, a ton of value in King's Court. There's a lot of value in here. If they continue at this pace, each and every box that comes out is just going to be significantly better than the last. So, Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. Maybe that's up to you guys to decide. I'm not complaining.
No.
I like pulling these cards like this.
Neither am I. I'm right there with you. Guys, if you like what you saw, please subscribe, like, share, comment. Let us know how you think we're doing. We're having a lot of fun. That's our bottom line. That's always our bottom line. But we'd love to hear what you have to say. If you're interested in any Dawn of Majesty, hit us up. Any questions, comments, either for myself or Dave, please don't hesitate to ask. We're always around. We're in the office just about every day of the week, pretty much all day. And this is a social media world, so even if we're not, we'll get to you real quick. Thanks again.
Message us here on YouTube, message us on our Instagram at anythingbutcommons. We'll get back to you as soon as we see it, really.
We appreciate you guys as always. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great afternoon playing with cardboard.